guy who's going to be down there all day long. As a matter of fact, he's in Ford Field every day because he is deservedly so a member of the Pride of the Lions.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Great guy.
Put him in the hall.
And he loves his swine as well. Let me get that out there. In his words, not mine. Put him in the hall to be sure. Hopefully we see his bust down in Canton one day. Let's welcome in the color commentator for the Detroit Lions, a great representative of the Detroit Lions every single day of the year. The one and only Lomas Brown. Lo, how are you, my friend?
What's up, Lo?
I'm great, man. How you guys today, man?
We're better now.
Right.
Did you get some swine, Lo? I know how you like your swine, so did you get some swine?
Hey, Sean, I put pork on my fork every day.
Hey, Lo, you know what? We grew up in an era, I mean, you as a fan and then obviously as a player, Monday Night Football was the be-all, end-all. And as far as I'm concerned, it's still a big moment, man, and all eyes are going to be on Detroit. What was it like for you? Was there a different vibe in the room in your playing days? What was that experience like for you? Tell the people what Monday night meant to you.
Oh, yeah, you're right. It means everything to these players. And think about it. You're the only action on TV. Well, they're doing 2 games now, but you used to only.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. What happened?
They got too long.
This pork got him.
Oh, yeah. We can hear you.
We can hear you.
We
just
can
can't
hear
see
you. We can keep rolling if we can hear you.
Sorry, guys.
Hey,
Oh,
man.
there he is. What's up, buddy?
Yeah. I don't know what happened, but you're the only action on TV. And the whole nation is watching you guys, and you get to put your best foot forward. And it's just a lot of excitement. I go back to the Howard Cosell days and the Dan Gifford days, and some of those infamous calls that were made. So this means everything to the guys, and you get a chance to show the nation what type of team you have. And I still say, we are the measuring stick for any team. Teams measure themselves up against the Detroit Lions now. It used to be the other way, but now we're the team that teams measure themselves up against.
Lo, this is such a great matchup, a franchise that you're familiar with as well. And I certainly want to give credit to Tampa. In this league, you are what your record indicates. I mean, they've got an MVP caliber guy at quarterback right now. This is a darn good Tampa team that's rolling into Ford Field tonight.
Yeah, and Baker Mayfield is playing at an MVP level. So you're right about that, man. It's going to be a tall challenge for us, especially when we're shorthanded. I mean, with the guys that we have missing, especially in the secondary, even though they have some key guys missing too, the offense always has the advantage over the defense, meaning wide receivers, they know where they want to go. The defense has to react to it. So Calvin Shepard's been doing a great job of mixing it up with his coverages, going from man to zone. He's going to have to do a lot more of that. He's going to have to disguise the blitzes that we send at Tampa Bay. And we're going to have to rush Baker Mayfield. It's going to have to be a controlled rush. You just can't be out there rushing at him. I'm talking about Aiden Hutchinson and the guys up front. You're going to have to be under control when you rush a guy like that, because he could buy time with his feet and get the ball downfield. So it's going to be a tough game tonight, but I do expect us to win this game.
Lomas, let me take you back to last week against the Chiefs just for a second. Talk a little bit about what you saw in that game, especially at the end of that game with Brian Branch, and how the NFL has kind of went after him, and then they pulled back. The team is on his, they're for their guy. What's your take on this whole debacle?
Well, I mean, the one mistake Brian made is you can't do it after the game. It's just the optics of it. I know, man, you get cheap shotted. This is an emotional game. You want to get guys back.
Yeah.
But you got to try to get them back, between the game or between the whistle. That's when you try to get the guys. I just think the optics of him doing it after the game is what really made it look bad. And we had to fight the Kansas City Chiefs. We had to
Yep.
fight the referees. We had to fight New York. It's just a lot we had to deal with last week. But that's going to be a big miss for us, man, with him and Kirby Joseph being out tonight. That's going to be huge for us to try to overcome.
And Terry and Arnold is down, and
Yes,
Avante
yes.
Maddox as well. We really have a secondary that is absolutely depleted. So it's going to be a big thing. How about Aleem McNeil coming back tonight? How big is that?
Well, I don't know if he is. I mean, from what I'm hearing, they might try to rest him again. And I
Oh,
wouldn't blame Dan Campbell for doing that because, again, you give him 2 more weeks. You give him this week off. You give him the bye week. Then you bring him back because this was a long season. You know what I'm saying? The only other break we get throughout this season would be, a little bit after the Thanksgiving Day game. And don't forget, that game is followed up with another Thursday game. So you don't really get those 10 complete days off that you would normally get. So I wouldn't blame Coach if he does rest Aleem tonight. But if he plays, if the teddy bear comes back, the dancing bear, as I call him,
Yeah.
if he comes back, that's only going to boost our defense and boost us against the run and also that middle pressure that we're going to need.
Hey, Big Lone, good morning, man. Good to talk to you again, brother. And listen, in your day, you were a Hall of Fame caliber offensive lineman, so I don't know who better to ask this but you. This Lions offensive line, man, we've seen them, that was a big talking point in the offseason, and we've seen them play not so great, and we've also seen them play really, really well. Hopefully you get Taylor Decker back tonight as well. But what has been your take on the Lions offensive line, and in particular those young guys so far this season?
So I'm going to say this. I just put my charger on so I won't lose. I'm going to say this. Embrace Hank Fraley.
yes.
Because I'm telling you, we got the best offensive line coach in the league. This dude is so underrated. We don't talk about him enough. Just think about the job he's done with those young guys in the middle of our offense from the Green Bay game to this game now, the improvement that they've made, the continuity that this offensive line has and has had over the last 3-4 years since he's been here. He's the best offensive line coach in this game, and I'm really impressed with how fast the chemistry has come along with those offensive linemen because we have to work like a hand in the glove. If one guy doesn't do his job up front, that play isn't going to work. And those guys have done a tremendous job, not only in the run game, but the passing game. Jared has had all the time he's needed back there to let these receivers get open. It's just been a thing of beauty to watch this offensive line develop. And like I say, man, we have to embrace Hank Fraley because I'm telling you, those vultures, they're going to be circling. They're coming for Hank because he's one of the top assistants in this league.
Yeah, no, he could have went this offseason, so thankfully
That's
he decided to stay. And while we're on the talk of coaches, the coordinators, man, I got to get your take on just what your view of the coordinators have been so far. What's impressed you the most, and what is something that you feel they still could use a little bit of work on?
So with I think with the offensive coordinator John Morton, who I think has done a good job too, we got to be able to get our explosive plays going. We have to. That's the one missing ingredient that we hadn't had offensively. And what those explosive plays do, they make the defensive backs, especially the safeties, they have to stay back. They can't come up in the box and support the run. And if we get those explosive plays, that's going to help the run game too. So to me, we got to get that connection, whether it's Golf, the J-Mo, whoever it is, we got to get those explosive plays going. And I just think defensively with Calvin Shepard, it's just more of the same. I mean, I think he's done a great job in pass coverage with what he's had to work with. And also, what we're fourth, fifth, maybe in a third, fourth in the league in sacks. They've done a great job of getting after the quarterback, and he's done a great job of disguising the blitz. And that's what we're going to have to continue to do is disguise the blitz against these great quarterbacks like Baker Mayfield, who we're going to face tonight. So, it's been good so far, but I think offensively we got to get that explosive play going.
Boy, Lo, I'll tell you what, I'm going to end with that in just a second to piggyback on what you just said, but make sure Dan Miller, TJ Lang, and Lomas Brown. Lo, last year, 20-16, we hadn't got our offense quite on track just yet. Had a couple opportunities in the fourth quarter, didn't take advantage of them, but I look at this much the way you just said it. I have a feeling we might see some Monday night fireworks between these two teams tonight. Is that where you're leaning?
Oh, yeah, I think so. I mean, because Tampa Bay, man, they like I said, I've been watching film on them. They got a good team. Baker just brings that moxie to that team, and they're never out the game. We're going to definitely have to play 60 complete minutes against them. We're going to have to be optimistic in our turnovers. That's what I think can really, kind of take the game one way or the other. And the other thing that I'll say, too, is Tampa Bay has had 2 punts blocked and had an extra point block, a field goal block. So maybe we get an advantage special teams-wise. Maybe that can help us out. But, it's going to be an explosive game, and we're going to have to put points, continue to score points, get back to that 30-point mark to contend with this Tampa Bay team.
Lo, have a great call. I'm
Yes,
way
sir.
overdue for having you and your brother Gary. I saw your brother eat more chicken wings than any human. It was, and that
I know.
I'll never forget. You were like, my brother can eat, and I was like, I know. I mean, that big giant plate. Way overdue for that, my friend. Have a great call tonight, and we'll talk soon.
See you, Lomas.
Hey,
Thanks,
I
Long.
appreciate you guys.
Thanks, brother.
Thanks, Long.
Lomas Brown, one of the nicest, classiest individuals you'll
Man,
ever find.
amazing.
Isn't that great?
Honestly,
Great guy.
Just a wonderful guy. He really is.
True blue.
Yeah, no doubt about that.
Won
him
a
in the
Super
hall,
Bowl.
goddammit.
Won a Super Bowl with Tampa.
So you guys know. So this is a true story. Lo and his brother came over during the bye week, right? Mm-hmm. And you come over to my house. I have a lot of food for you, right?
Yeah, normally, yeah.
Yeah.
It's normally how it works.
I was crapping my pants because we had I think there were maybe 10 guys over total or whatever.
Yeah.
And I me, I usually cook for 20, 25.
Yeah.
His brother kept eating wings. I mean, he just kept eating them. So I looked at my kid and I go, Jack, like very quietly, go fire some more wings on the smoker,
Right.
Because like we're gonna
eat
eat
'em.
We're gonna. And Lo loves his swine. He loves his swine. So, but that's the way it should be, right? I mean, that's
No,
a
for
game
sure.
day. You eat,
God,
you
yes.
enjoy.
Sound like me.
God, yes.
I did.